Who are some known people that have done horrible shit that the public forgot? NFL Sunday night commentator Mike Tirico has a history of sexual harassment, including groping and stalking. One of the stories is that he jumped in a woman's car and stuck his hand down her pants. Rarely ever hear that brought up. Coco Chanel attempting to give her Jewish business partner up to the Nazis because he had a majority stake in Chanel No. 5. Edit clarification. Don Henley's song Dirty Laundry is all about how unethical the press can be when they want a story, and how they will not respect privacy if there's a lead. He wrote this in the wake of the media attention he got when a 16-year-old girl overdosed at his house. He was convicted of a misdemeanor crime and was very much in his feelings about how mean the press was to him in that difficult time of his life. Everybody act like they forgot about Dre, smashing up Dee Barnes and trying to throw her down the steps at a club because she talked trash. Beats by Dre. Ryan O'Neal beat the shit out of Angelica Houston. Diplo. Sexual assault, revenge porn, grooming. Sean Penn tied Madonna to a chair, manhandled her, and held her hostage for 9 hours when they were still married. Jim Brown and James Brown both horrifically beat and assaulted women throughout their lives. Steven Tyler and Jimmy Page both became guardians of the teen girls they were dating to avoid kidnapping and any other charge. Plus, there's a long list of musicians who dated teens. Priscilla Presley was just 14 when Elvis first met her. Steven Tyler of Aerosmith adopted a 13 or 14, 16-year-old with the specific intent of marrying her. I think the marriage lasted a few years. Edit fixed age, thanks you person McNugget. Roman Polanski drugged and raped a 13-year-old. James Dean, the porn actor. Accused of rape and physical abuse by a lot of women, but he's still in the industry being hired, and tons of women are doing scenes with him, and being watched by God knows how many people. Ehud Barak was photographed trying to hide his face while going into one of Epstein's famous parties. His name appeared in Epstein's exclusive list, and there have been several witnesses that placed him at some of Epstein's events. Tupac is treated with godlike reverence despite serving time in prison for participating in a gang rape of a woman in a hotel room. Caitlyn Jenner killed someone with her vehicle. John Hamm dragging a fellow fraternity brother around by their nutsack with the claw of a hammer in a hazing ceremony. Chris Brown and the whole Rihanna fiasco. This dude literally abused her in front of the paparazzi. John Stamos assisted in a rape. He brought a drunk girl back to his hotel, started making out with her, then said, "Just a second, I need to brush my teeth." Then he sent his friend into the dark room to fuck her. He told this story himself. Steven Tyler and pretty much every rock star of the 60s and 70s. James Brown committed a shocking amount of domestic violence without facing any major consequences. Seriously, a lot of it. John Wayne, unsurprisingly for a guy who did an entire movie in yellowface, once said he supported white supremacy and that black people are inherently less intelligent than white people. Not as bad as everyone else, but Tommy Tallarico, a very well-known video game music composer, has lied about just about everything he's ever done. His career should by all rights be completely toast, but he's still going. Bill Murray used to beat his wife pretty frequently. Teddy Kennedy drove his car into the Chappaquiddick and left the Mary Jo Kopechne to suffocate, not even trying to get her help. He went on to enjoy a long career in politics. Jerry Seinfeld dated an underage girl. David Letterman did a lot of creepy shit with female staff members. People forget that Wesley Snipes beat Halle Berry so bad she lost 80 of her hearing in one ear. Chris Brown, but let's not forget his catchy songs and smooth dance moves. People have seemed to have amnesia about Kobe Bryant in regards to the Colorado incident. Edit there should be a sketch somewhere relating to the incident, if anyone is curious. It's really striking to me that almost all of the things stated in this thread are X did something violent to women and or children. What the hell is wrong with this world? Y'all know Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye? Banger, right? Written about a 16-year-old girl. Casey Anthony, she's still slinking around Florida. Albert Einstein cheated on his wife with his first cousin, Elsa, whom he married but not before approaching her daughter, Ilsa, to ask her to marry him, which she rejected. I really struggle with Elvis. Watching the Priscilla movie showed me how much of a control freak he is and how obsessed with younger women is. People today still love him, but I can't think of how brave Priscilla had to be at such a young age. Kendrick Lamar has been committing a week-long murder. Brock Turner can swim real fast. Adrian Brody forcing himself on Halle Berry at the Academy Awards immediately made me hate the guy. In 1989, Will Smith watched as his bodyguard beat a man so severely that he almost went blind. When I first read about this and did a little Googling, I found pictures as late as the OOs of the Smith family with the bodyguard who spent some time in jail over the incident still in his entourage. The Chris Rock slap was less a good guy slipping and making a mistake and more a bad guy dropping the good guy mask at an inopportune time. Travis Scott is not supposed to have a career after that concert, yet here he is. Ezra Miller. For me, it's musicians from around the 70s who famously slept with kids and everyone brushed it off because that's just what it was like back then, e.g. Elvis Presley, David Bowie, Iggy Pop, etc. Like, I don't care what year it was, Brenda, you shouldn't be diddling a 14-year-old. Remember Chandra Levy? Remember the guy we all thought did it? Me neither. 9/11 distracted us from that for good. Mark Wahlberg. History of multiple racially motivated crimes. Was convicted of 2 counts of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon in one of the attacks. He asked for a pardon so he could obtain a liquor license for Wahlburgers and only reached out to his victim after he was denied. Trash human with a good PR team. Just watch the documentary on Diddy. He's been a monster since the 90s as it turns out. James Charles and Shane Dawson are known pedophiles and people just forgot about it. Mark Wahlberg blinded someone in a racist attack when he was younger. So many teenage girls. I do find it especially weird how few people knew that Prince married someone he became the legal guardian of as a teenager, and literally had a spoken word portion alluding to it on one of his albums, one featuring said teenagers as his love interest, where recording started when she was 16. But people love Prince, they expected he'd be a bit eccentric, and he did everything nice and legal-like, which was an improvement on prior rock stars, honestly. Still, most of those pop stars didn't make an album with the taboo romance as the centerpiece. Jared Leto, he's mad weird. Why the fuck is Mel Gibson doing family movies? Mike Tyson was convicted of rape. Gary Glitter was caught with CP. Woody Allen.